some people, they definitely, they never want to be in a relationship. They never want to get married. Like, there's this whole 4B insult. And you know what? I'm not part of that. I don't label myself as a group. I just label myself as a person. And I'll tell you why I love being a single Pringle, and I don't feel like I missed out on anything in, like, wanting relationships. This is the reason. Because I know that there's good men out there. I know that there's good women out there. And I know people have good and healthy relationships. But just in my experience, like, the few interactions, like, the few times that I dated people, I never felt good about those experiences. And then even more recently, like a year ago, when I went on a date with this man who, at first, you know, my sister said, oh, he seems really nice because he took me out to dinner. It really wasn't that nice, because after we got back, I didn't want to talk to him again, because he just seemed like he was so involved in himself. Because not only was he separated, he said he had a 14-year-old daughter, and super turn off time, and then he ordered food for me, and I want to order for myself, and just everything about the situation was. And then he said that, like, he was telling me, and we were just on a date. I didn't even know him that well. Like, I had seen him, but I didn't know him that well. I wasn't attracted to him, okay? Like, I feel like, okay, I'm not superficial, but I feel like if you're saying those things, I should feel attracted to you. Like, you should be really hot or something. Like, because I know that sounds horrible, because I'm not the kind of person, it's not like I judge people on how they look, but just the way he was acting, like, I'm like, boy, are you like a supermodel, mister? Like, are you the hottest guy on the planet? Like, just because, why? You're in your 50s. You have a 14-year-old daughter. You're not getting divorced, and you want to go on dates? No. And you order for me, and you drive miles and miles in a car that doesn't have air conditioning or a heater to go to an Armenian bakery, like 50 miles, to go to an Armenian bakery, but you refuse to get a car that has, like, proper heating and air conditioning. And no. It's just, like, that totally turned me off. And even if he bought me dinner, like, oh, that seems nice, people are on their best behavior their first date. Best behavior. And that's just one example. You know, I'm sure he's a great guy for somebody that just wants something very, I don't know what. But everything about that just, like, was like, ooh. And then that just shows me, like, to me, like, several people, like, when in dating situations, they always wanted to know what I could give them or I could do for them. And I don't know. And recently somebody bought me flowers, and I kind of do think maybe he liked me a little. I don't know. I do think he liked me, but he never, like, asked me out directly. He just did something kind for me. So for me, I'd rather be single for the rest of my life and wait for somebody who wants to do something kind for me than, like, compromise in weird dating situations. And I know a lot of people, they just have to be in a relationship to be in a relationship, but I don't think that makes your life better. It really, like, to me, but I guess I think I'm too single. I'm too independent. I don't think, like, being in a relationship makes your life better. I think about my Syrian aunt. She was independent to the core. Yes. A lot of Middle Eastern women are, you know. I know people think, oh, all Middle Eastern women get married. Oh, no, they do not. Especially not Syrian women. A lot of Syrian women are hardcore independent. I think she was married, but she got divorced. Hardcore independent. Had a career. Was happy on her own. I don't know. Something about my great aunt Mary maybe really rubbed off on me. But being a single independent woman, a single Pringle woman, because I just don't think, like, I don't ever want to tell people, like, oh, this is what's going to make your life better. But I think being single Pringle makes your life better. I do, because I think a lot of people just want to be in a relationship so bad, and they think being married or a relationship or something like that's going to make their life better. But I don't see how. I feel like you need to have your happiness with yourself. And I've gotten to the point in my life that I'm just happy being single and enjoying my life. And every time I think of a dating situation, there was just never one that compelled me to ever want to try and meet people again. And sometimes my mom would be like, you should go to church to meet somebody. I'm like, that's not the reason somebody should go to church, to meet somebody. And, I met those guys, those Christian guys. Like, I was on one of those Christian matching sites, and I thought, wow, these guys must have more respect for women. And one of them told me that he was on there to hook up with women. And the one woman that he respected lived too far away, and he wouldn't make a compromise. He wouldn't move to meet her or be with her because she needed to do everything for him. And I'm just not into that. Like, if you love somebody or care about somebody, why aren't you thinking about what you can do for them? I'm not one of these people that's all excited about, pleasing a man, and I'm not anti-men. I just think there's good men out there, as I've seen, like the men that just do something for you to be kind. Those are the men I like. So I personally, this is my thought on the whole dating thing. I think it's a scam. Unless you really want to be married. I don't know what being married will benefit your life, because it's not going to. Being married is not going to make your life better. Dating somebody is not going to make your life better. If anything, I think in this modern time, a lot of people are lonely, okay? And rather than look within themselves to figure out, what is perpetuating this loneliness, they think that boom, 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 the relationship's going to make their life better. But it won't. It doesn't matter the situation. You have to talk to God and find your happiness within yourself and heal your relationship with God and yourself. Not look for it in dating. Not look for it in a marriage. Because I can guarantee, if you're not feeling, if you're still on your journey within yourself, getting married will not fix those things. You will be miserable in a relationship that might be subpar. Maybe it'll be the best thing on the planet. I don't know. But I just found that finding happiness within yourself is so much more rewarding than being in a relationship. Because even the people in good relationships, they're always having disagreements with their significant other or something that's upsetting them. And honestly, I like being a single Pringle because I don't have to worry about those things. And this is not being an incel. This is not being a 4B. That's dumb. Honestly, I'm not part of the trendy stuff. I'm single for myself, and because if I ever am in a relationship again, it's because it's somebody who wants to impress me, who wants to do things to make me happy, who wants to go out of their way. Not that I'm demanding those things, but I really don't date because I just, the men I encountered were in dating situations, were very selfish. But yet the more quiet and reserved and shy men who do nice things for you just because, why don't they get a chance? I think the shy men who aren't ostentatious should have more of a chance. And I'm not saying I'll never date again, but I'm pretty happy being a single Pringle because there's just nothing in the dating world that compels me to want to meet somebody. I don't feel like I've missed out on anything. You have to find your happiness within yourself and talk to God and ask God, why do I need this thing? Because you don't. And I think about my Syrian great aunt, Mary, vibrant, independent woman. You can be independent. You don't need somebody else to complete yourself. The end. That's my thought.